So we're going to go ahead and actually take a look at this Kendra G video where it's titled He's a Geek, Women Do Not Approach Him, Believes His Wife Will Cheat, Gives 6 women money every single month. Okay, so we're just going to go ahead and look at it, and I'm gonna stop it, in between because this is a lot and it's a whole mess. Okay, I'm gonna give my opinions on it, but let's get it going.
I can't hear you, sir.
I unmuted it.
Okay, like you called me from a calling center. Hello, this is Verizon. May I help you?
Not
Okay,
that.
your phone's not working. Well, maybe just go outside. Give me one second. Um, five
That's
seven
funny.
seconds.
I
This is
I
this
worked
is.
for Verizon for 9 years. That's funny. I actually did. I did. I worked for Verizon Fios for like 9 years over there. So yeah.
The all new Kendra G Singles dating app is available now on iPhones and Android phones. Just go to your App Store or Google Play Store and download now. John, okay, where do you work now?
Boy, right now I'm doing registered portfolio management for some people who are getting ready to retire, but they don't know if they have enough money. And I work for a roofing company. I'm a sub, and I also have an LLC doing pediatrics.
So you work for a roofing company. And what are the other two jobs?
So there is registered portfolio management. So basically, I sit down with people who are getting ready to retire, like people who are trying to, they're getting old. Social Security is about to hit, veterans benefits, disability benefits are going to hit. And I basically just sit down with them and figure out if they're ready to retire or they have to keep working. And sadly, most of the people I meet are people like us, black people, and we have to keep working. So
Okay.
it's sad.
Okay.
It's sad, but we're getting there.
Okay. And what was the third job?
Oh, substitute teacher.
I was a teacher. Okay. How old are you, John?
I am 36.
36. And where are you calling us from?
New Jersey.
New Jersey. You have any children?
No,
Here been married?
no.
And what's your zodiac sign?
I was born January 8th, so I would be Capricorn, I think.
Okay. Now, why do you have on a headset?
Oh, I've had this for a while. I've had this for a while. So back then, I was a suicide counselor for military veterans. So this is
You've been
what
a
they
lot. You've been a
basically,
lot of jobs.
I've been volunteering in my community with the NAACP. Trust me, I'm active over here. I'm the one, it's me and another tall dude, one of the only few people in the community that's aggressive. And we be taking people to court. Trust me, you ain't gonna beat me in court. I'm aggressive.
Okay. All right. Let's get to it. So we got John. He works in roofing. Register a profile for manage for he helps people with retirement profiles. Substitute teacher, 36, Capricorn, New Jersey. No kids, never married. What kind of woman you looking for?
Shoot, any woman. uh, no, I really have no requirements there. My only thing is that if I'm going to be with you, we need to sit down at least once a week and talk about where we are financially. Because where I'm at right now, there's too many horror stories where I'm sitting down with a lot of people and it's not looking good.
What are the horror stories you keep hearing?
So I was with a lady yesterday right now talking with her, and she and her husband, she's like 70, he's like 82, and they're like, yeah, we're getting ready to retire. I'm like, hey, listen, I'm happy for you. I want you guys to go ahead and go on vacation, go back to Jamaica, see your kids, but they only have like $3,000 in savings, and she is a night nurse and he works in construction, and they're not able to make it at all. Social Security is helping them out, but I basically just put together a plan for them.
Oh no, no,
What?
I'm talking about okay. So I was thinking for horror stories for you and dating, not for your clients.
Oh, for me, I couldn't even tell you because I mean I wear glasses, so there ain't no women out there trying to talk to me anyways. So
What? You don't
I
get
just leave them
women,
out.
John?
All right, so we're gonna cut it right there real quick. So I'm taking notes down here. All right. First, a few things that are getting me. All right. When he went and said, "Oh, I wear glasses," he's gonna say I'm a geek right after, but he said, "Oh, I wear glasses," so that's why women don't want me. I mean, come on, I just don't get it. That's so dumb. You realize how I'm wearing glasses right now? I mean, Let's go. I mean, what are we talking about here? I mean, that's so dumb. Okay, come on. This is supposed to be an adult conversation, and we're talking about this right here. All right. So, just a few things, okay? Because when y'all listen to it later on, it's gonna start making a little bit more sense. But you got a couple jobs, more than a couple. All right. You used to work at a call center for Verizon. You are currently a registered portfolio management guy. Okay. You are also a subcontractor for some kind of roofing company. You have an LLC in pediatrics. And then when she went and re-asked because she didn't catch the other two, like, what do you do? And then he said, oh, I'm a substitute teacher. So how did you then take out the LLC for pediatrics and then substitute, no pun intended, with substitute teacher? What's a LLC in pediatrics? What does that even mean? I mean, I don't understand what does that mean? Is that supposed to be a substitute teacher? So and then they don't get into it. So I don't understand that, okay? But 36, New Jersey, no kids or marriage. And then you used to work as a, suicide counselor for military veterans as well. And you also volunteer for the NAACP, taking people to court. You're very aggressive, but I mean, with what you mentioned, you didn't mention anything about having any kind of law degree or any kind of community activist. But all right. And someone actually made a comment because I was looking, I was like, yeah, his whole look is kind of giving, I don't know, like like nerd kind of. And people someone said it's because his shirt is buttoned all the way up to the top and he doesn't have on a tie. I was like, oh, okay. So that's also why he was kind of looking that way. But child, we're gonna get into it. And then this right here, these bonds, long term bonds, treasury, corporate, emergency, public equity investment, US Treasury bonds.
Listen, all right, I'm gonna tell you the truth. I'm a geek. Okay, I'm a geek. I have glasses. I don't be seeing women like that. Simple. I'm gonna tell you the truth. That's basically just how it is. Simple.
Well, you don't see women like that. Well, let me ask you this because I do believe men should be the approachers. Do you approach women?
I approach women, but it doesn't work out. That's basically just how it is. I'm not mad at it. That's life. That's
No,
life.
well, let's change that up. I'm happy you called me. Let's change that up. Let's get the good guy a woman. Let's see if the good guy. You don't like good guy?
That would be okay, but that at the same time kind of makes it look down. Like women don't really like good guys. They'll say that, but they really don't.
They like good guys after they have babies with bad guys.
Yeah, and then you get a lot of single mothers. Trust me, I dated a lot of single mothers. That's how. But
So I can actually agree to some part of that, okay? Because I've seen a lot of these women that come on this show or Ashley Dalton's show as well, any of these other kind of shows as well, and then they go and say like, "Oh yeah, I was going for the bad guy." Maybe they were a drug dealer, maybe they just weren't that great of a guy, but maybe some other things and other categories were good. So get my point. And they would go and have a baby by them, and then now it's like, okay, that dude's like deuces. Now they're going to look for someone else, and then that's when you get your good guy. But you have plenty of dudes who also go and say, I'm a good guy. I just feel like, even with like the whole alpha masculine, I just feel like it's something that you should just exude, not something that you should have to tell me. Get my point? But let's go ahead and continue.
it
All
didn't. It
right,
didn't work
Tommy.
out.
These are the things that I've learned from hosting the show is that you are right. Sometimes good guys are overshadowed, but once the baby comes, they're tired of the bad guy and now they want the good guy because they recognize that the bad guy doesn't show up for the child or them and the sex isn't enough to supplement. So they just now want a good, wholesome man. So find you a single mama that's a baddie.
No,
She
see,
gonna
that's
appreciate you.
that's that's the difference. I was living in Virginia for a while, and there were a lot of single mothers over there, and I dated a lot of single mothers. But the problem is, like, we have to sit down, we have to be able to talk. A lot of women just don't want to do that, and you can't force a woman to get better at all. It doesn't matter what type of good guy you are. Trust me, you're not gonna go ahead and actually change her. I
Now, that's another thing. He said, doesn't matter how good you are, you're not going to go and change her. Why do you have to sit up here and change anyone? Just like you could see any of these and be like, man, well, if you were in her same league or whatever, let's say you were same age, same everything, every requirement the person want 100 grand. Would you want to go? Well, I may have to change her. No, take the person for as who they are. Would you want to be with that person as they are right now, as they're displaying themselves? Yes or no? If you say no, okay, so that's what it is. Why are we trying to mold and change people? That's my thing.
I had I dated like four single mothers out there, and it just didn't work out. And I was like, it's just pointless. But again, at the end of the day, that's how it is. So
Okay.
it's just
Okay.
me and my money.
Woo! But you're trying to change that because you called me. So you're open minded to finding a woman because
Sure,
if not, you wouldn't call me.
sure
Because what
thing.
I do here is put you out there to meet a somebody. So it's not just you and your money. You are ready to meet somebody to share with your money, correct?
To share with my money.
Well, I mean, okay, let me better explain because you are right. I meant share life with to
Okay,
share.
got you.
Yes, yes.
I got you.
So even right there, when she misspoke in a way, and she was like to share with your money, and then he was like, "Oh, to share with my money." Now you just said it's just gonna be me and my money. You didn't say just me. You said me and my money. So then, if a lady comes to you, you're saying, "Oh no, she ain't supposed to be touching my money." You got very like kind of defensive in that way. So I'm just like, okay, so you want to be stingy. So we shouldn't be hearing any more about your money. We should be hearing more about you, right? After this, because obviously you don't want to share that, which is fine. You don't have to. Okay. So why is it that this is going to change?
Okay, all right. So, what kind of woman are you looking for, honey?
For me, simple. Really not. I'm not looking for much with a woman because I know how it is out there. She's fit. We're gonna go to the gym. She's gonna be fun. She'll be friendly right now. So if I bring her around my business partners, like one of my mentors is he owns a golf club in New Jersey, and I go down there once a month and we sit down, we have mentorship. They talk to us about business, finance, politics, everything. If I bring that girl in there, you have to be able to one, not embarrass me, which is a very important thing. And then most of the guys in there, they're coming in there and their wives are home. They have different types of women, if you know what I'm talking about. So it's very different. But I would need a woman that can't embarrass me in a business meeting, if you kind of understand what I'm saying
That's what you're
right
saying.
now. So fit, fun, be feminine, be friendly, be cooperative. That's basically it. I mean, it's not much at all.
Okay, okay. Um, should she?
Wait, I'm taking notes, y'all. So he just said the typical red pill talking points, which are fit, fun, friendly, feminine, all that kind of stuff, and cooperative, right? Um, there's no shade, but he don't look that fit to me. But okay, but you want all this stuff, and then you saying, "Oh, I got to share my money." So it's like, okay, you don't want to really share your money because you seem a little stingy right here with it, with your woman in particular. You seem stingy by you having to go and correct Kendra when you said it's just me and my money. Then when she said, yeah, have a woman to go and then share with you and your money, and then you were like, like with my money, like you didn't want to do it. So okay, now you want a fit, fun, friendly, cooperative woman. You're not really giving fun, at least right here. Look at people are different instances, but you're not really giving fun. You don't really necessarily look fit. And hey, I'll tell you, I'm not fit either. Okay, I'm fat. I could lose some pounds. So there you go. I know where I'm at, but I'm not up here asking for somebody who is all up in shape, and you also aren't. And then you're saying that you have these business meetings where you're talking about finance, mentorship, or whatever at some golf course or whatever the case may be, and all of these men are cheating on their wives. Well, why would you want to be mentored by because they're making money? But why would you want to be mentored by people that I mean, if that's not what you're for, I don't know. Maybe that's what you're for. Maybe you don't want this kind of relationship. Because why would you want to be mentored by people who, in their own personal lives, they're outright having other women And you're just like, yeah, you know. So that means that when you go to these kind of things, if y'all get married, you're going to be doing the same exact thing, right? Because why would you not? Everyone else is doing it. So I thought that was interesting. And then you're going to say, oh, don't embarrass me while we're at these meetings. Why is she even at these meetings? Clearly the wives aren't at these meetings. So why does she need to be at these meetings? Seems a little weird to me.
Those are deal breakers, right? No, what are your deal breakers?
I don't really have deal breakers, to be honest.
Well, besides someone that you can't bring to a business meeting.
That's basically it. I'm not gonna try to downplay women like that. I wouldn't say I have any deal breakers. I mean, people are people. People make mistakes in life. Even I've made mistakes in life. So I'm not gonna push a woman to the side because of something that I would think about. Because one, we could change that. Real
Okay.
simple.
Okay. Um, should she look a certain way?
Be fit is my number one thing right now. A lot of the people who I see are, I'll be honest, they're overweight. A lot of people are overweight. Be fit, be fun. That's basically it. It's not. There shouldn't be a lot that you actually have to do in order to get that done because it's easier for a woman to get a man. Like a woman can go into a bar and go ahead and say, "Hey, who wants to come home with me?" Every guy's gonna raise their hands. A guy in there goes that. That's not gonna happen. So as women, you have that benefit. A lot of men basically don't.
Well, in regards to that, what I would say in regards to that is this: men also don't have any fear of women. That's why we see many examples when we look at like these passport bros where they're getting robbed or killed because the woman, she with her juicy buhan booty with her juicy buttocks, she comes and she's like, oh hey, you know, let's go to your place. And then he's like, yeah, he just met her 10 minutes ago, because you don't really have a fear of her. But then you find out when you're, you know, tied up or dead, that she had her cartel homies or her own boyfriend who is here in on the stuff. I just watched a Vice piece yesterday. A lady was talking about that stuff where they blow into your face and you inhale this stuff. And the essentially you could buy that for like $80 USD over there. She said that gets you about 10 doses. And you could get anywhere from about USD $246 at, you know, 246 to around $700 per hit. When I say per hit, I mean like in terms of robbing people. You know what I mean? So just because this is a little creepy looking at me. So just because you may say, oh well, a woman be like, okay, who wants to sleep with me? And all these dudes, that's more options. That doesn't necessarily mean quality. Okay. That doesn't mean quality though. Just because more people come doesn't mean all of these are quality people. And because you may say, I'm a man, hey, who wants to come home with me? That could also be safety as well. So he's conflating two different ideas here, you know, from hey, a dude want to just get some cooch and you gonna go and get some cooch if she says, hey, I want to give it up. And you're like, well, who wants some D? And you may have some takers, but most women be like, I don't know you. I seen too many snaps, first 48s, web of lies, my crazy neighbors, fear thy neighbor. I've seen too many horror stories where y'all are out here murking people. Lady doesn't twin in the Bronx. It was the Bronx or Brooklyn. I think it was the Bronx. It was these two twins with their one cousin and then another family friend, and didn't give the number to a Ray Ray. Ray Ray came and stabbed her to death. You know, so you see more of those kind of stories. So yeah, it make more sense for someone to be more hesitant anyways, you know. So I'm not saying these are the only reasons, but come on, we can't just go and make it seem like there's no kind of fear out here at all, you know. So that kind of comparison is a real weak one in my opinion.
Wow, that's a different perspective because women would say that the opposite, that men, they feel like men have, it's easier for a man to get a woman because you guys have so many options. You have more options than women have, as in, but I think it's the type of men that the women want that makes their options lower. But the analogy you gave was more sex driven.
Well, it wouldn't even be sex because as women, you choose who you want to be with. So men, right now, we would basically be the ones looking for you for a relationship. For you, you decide within 3 seconds when you see that guy whether you want to have sex with him or not.
You see, and this is, I don't want to be that person, but this is where you get this incel. So I was having this conversation yesterday where I said incel and red pill, they're not necessarily interchangeable. You know, for me, red pill would be more of like your fresh and fit kind of guys. They're incel as well, but they're more red pill in that regard. Meanwhile, your incels would be more like these kind of guys, people who are paying, and not saying red pill doesn't, but people who are simping a little too much, if you know what I mean. They're not as, they may not seem as verbal about it. They may come off as that kind of nice guy. They may come off as that kind of nice guy where it's like, oh, he's sweet, and then you find out that he secretly hates women. That whole thing of 3 seconds, I heard it was, maybe it was just three. I think I heard like a 5 or 10 second or whatever. Where it's like, oh, I look at the person, oh, want to sleep with them or not. And I, hey, maybe I'm different, but I disagree with that. Not saying that someone's attractive, but just because they're attractive, then be like, oh, I want to sleep with them right now. You can find anyone attractive. Heck, I can see a female be like, wow, she's attractive. I'm not gonna be like, oh, I want to sleep with her. You know what I mean? And also that's also another thing where you have like, let's say you got a friend that you know for a while. And you may say put it in a friend zone, but you didn't have sex with the person, or maybe someone's looking kind of, not fugly, but they're looking like, nah. But then you get to know them. You get to know more about the character. So they may not be up there in terms of the looks factors for you in particular. But you may be like, huh, this person's actually kind of sweet. Let me go hear this person out. And then now you're talking to the person, you're enjoying their time, and then boom. So it's not as black and white and cut and dry like he's making it seem like.
And if you don't want to have anything to do with him, you just don't talk to him or you don't give that guy your number. That's basically it. So even if that guy likes you and wants to approach you, you don't have to conversate with him. You, as the woman, have that choice to basically walk away. Difference is, we're all getting older right now. You have to have a retirement plan. The last thing you want to be is stuck in a house with cats and wine. I mean, there's to be honest right now, I don't want that to happen to anyone. There's a lot of people I know that are in that position. And it's like, what happened? Like you were like the girl I was with in high school right now, Katie, right? I had a crush on her. This girl was amazing. She was like 10, right? She's working at the burger joint right now and has 3 kids. And she is like this. I'm like, ugh, like what happened? And things are just different. And she's like, oh, how you been? I'm like, I'm good. And she was like, yeah, I saw you on Facebook. I'm like, well, you didn't say anything to me. She was like, yeah, so you married? I'm like, no. She's like, oh, you see, and all of a sudden she started asking these questions. I'm like, what changed? Like, what happened? Like you had the whole world, and now all of a sudden you had kids, and then the guy's not there, and then it's like, but that's not just her. That's many different women out there. Like things have actually changed for me. I was so I was an usher for First Baptist, right? So basically, I'm the type of guy that grew up in the church. That was basically me. And I basically would be a church boy, but I realized that after a while, I have to get back into finance. I have to start making money because nobody's coming to save me or pay my bills. Like my father passed away when he was upstairs. He said his leg hurt. We took him to a hospital. They took us in a room and said, he's brain dead. That's basically it. And I had to bury my father, which was one
Mm,
of the worst things that happened in my life. But I realized, one, I got to help my mother right now because you'd never want to go ahead and leave your mother alone like that, especially at that time. And I realized I need to start making money like now. I have to start getting stuff up. I have to get jobs. I have to get investments. I have to do whatever I have to do. And one day I might have to have a wife. But the difference is, and I'm gonna be honest, like my wife might cheat on me. I'm gonna be real honest with you. There's a possibility my wife may actually cheat on me, and I'm like, I don't want to do that. I gotta hide my assets in a trust. That's why I'm doing this right here. This is a portfolio investment set sheet that I have from a guy at BlackRock that sat down with me for like 2 hours and basically told me before you get married, you need to know how to make your money and invest your money and do whatever you need to do. That's what this is. Like this right here, This whole sheet is basically what we actually have right here that they gave us. So stocks, commodities, currencies, public equity, all of that. I have to get into it and build my net worth by the end of this year. I'm trying to get to 280. I'm at stuck at 277K now, but eventually I'll get there.
You got.
That's not that's not funny. You trying to be okay.
Yeah.
All right, before Kendra goes on her rant, what? So you just said that you think that so his dad passed, his leg was hurting, now he got brain damage, and then he passed, and then that started his whole I gotta make money kind of thing. Okay, so then you saying that you got advice from someone at BlackRock, and anyone who knows BlackRock knows that this is a scummy, slimy business. Okay, they're the ones who are buying up all the. You know how you can't find a single family home, and how you're like, oh man, they're so expensive. They're all bought up. And BlackRock is buying up majority of them so they could be rental properties, so you don't own anything. You will own nothing. That's the whole point. So you could just rent in perpetuity. So instead of paying a total of $2,000 a month, for example, right, for your mortgage, you're now paying in rent 25, 3,000, $4,000 a month for rent. You know what I mean? So that right there, I'm like, okay, you gotta side eye that kind of stuff. Okay, so that's one of those things. And then you're saying that you essentially got hide money from your wife because oh she gonna cheat on me. Or why are you marrying someone that you already know ain't ish? If you already know looking at this person, yeah, they ain't ish. They gon' why are you with them? Why would you marry them? Why would you even waste your time being with this person if you already are saying this person ain't ish? They're gonna cheat on me. They ain't ish. I don't get that. To me, that sounds like he is desperate to gain sympathy from people. So he's going to say, kind of like trauma dump on you in a way. Like, oh, my father passed away. Oh, I'm just a lonely guy. I have glasses. I'm a geek. No one really likes me. No one's ever loved me. And you're supposed to be like, oh, come here, let me go and hold you, and oh yeah, I could see this getting real exhausting real quick. Okay, it has nothing to do with oh you wear glasses and I'm a smart business guy, okay, who has a LLC in pediatrics and is a subcontractor also working as a substitute teacher who is 36 years old living in New Jersey with no kids and did not marry at all. He also is a registered portfolio management manager guy who also volunteered at the NAACP and on the weekends volunteered and did a job at the suicide counselor for military veterans. And he's a very aggressive guy. He was also an usher for First Baptist, and he also says that he's a good guy. That seems like too much. And then you go and say that your portfolio is at 277,000. You're trying to get it at 280. Unless my math is wrong, 7, 8, 9, 10. Unless my math is wrong, isn't that only 3 grand? That doesn't seem like much for someone who's already making almost 300,000. But
It's okay.
John, couple things, John. Couple things. John, couple things. First of all, why you give Katie this strike? Katie gonna see you. Now she ain't gonna give you no food at the burger joint. Katie gonna be mad at you. Talk okay.
I don't need to go there. That's fine. Let her have them burgers and her 3 kids. I'm sorry.
and here's my thing. Why is he so hell bent on talking about single mothers? Just go and find someone who doesn't have kids. It can't be this hard to find someone who doesn't have kids, okay? It really cannot be this difficult. I don't have any, okay? I don't see it being this hard out here. You talking about Katie said, well, look at her, that's why she got all them kids. If she was with me when back in high school, if she was with me and actually took the time, like she was a 10 and now she's big and fat and she got 3 kids working at a burger joint. Like, Okay. And you don't want her. Obviously, she's out of your league, right? You're you two are in two separate spaces. So why are you so bothered by this lady who is trying to do what she can to make money and take care of her kids? Why are you so bothered by her? Why is this bothering you that she's minding her business trying to make money? And yeah, she asks, she's like, oh, I remember you from high school. Okay, are you single? Okay. And then now you're like, later, Katie. Okay, dude.
Okay. We got. Okay, I'm gonna hold back my thoughts. We got a lot of people's
No,
paid.
tell me your thoughts. Tell me
Well,
your
let me
thoughts.
go to the paid questions first. I'd rather let the cousins go first. Lord of Leon said he's talking about a lot of things that don't matter. Sell yourself up here.
What you mean don't matter? Like that's what do you? I don't get what that means. Don't things that don't matter. I don't get.
This is a dating show. This is called Kendra G Singles Live. And I want that shirt. I would love it if she had like some red glitter on that Kendra G. Forget it. Okay, anyways. But as he said, he's talking about a lot of things that don't matter. Sell yourself on here. Anyways, it's like even when you go and look at Pop the Balloon, we don't care about anything else. What's your name? How old are you? Where do you stay? You got kids? Yes or no? If you do, baby mamas, baby daddies, how many you got? What do you enjoy? What's your love language? You talking about Let me bring it back up. You talking about every little thing. You talking about investments, BlackRock, which is slimy anyways, buying up all the stuff and ruining American homes. You talking about BlackRock. You over here talking about everything else that don't really matter. You said it's just gonna be me and my money. You talking about Katie, how she was a 10 in high school, now she working at a burger joint with 3 kids. You over here saying that all these women gonna have cats and wines and all this other stuff. Earlier on, you were talking about some good stuff, saying what you did for work, what kind of woman, fun, fit, friendly, cooperative, all that kind of stuff. And now you over here talking about business, finance, portfolios, how much money you gonna make. And okay, you make $277,000. Good. What else about you? Because I'm gonna be real, you haven't mentioned any hobbies. I don't know, unless I'm tripping. He didn't mention any hobbies. All this stuff was paid work minus the NAACP, which he didn't say he had any kind of law degree, any kind of paralegal experience, nothing. And somehow he's so aggressive in court when he bringing people in there. So I guess maybe he just knows all that kind of stuff. While he's doing his registered portfolio management, he was doing his Verizon for 9 years. He was a sub roofing contractor for a roofing company. He has an LLC in pediatrics, whatever that means. He's also a substitute teacher. I don't know how you have all this. I don't. Then you saying you approach women don't work. What Kendra did not ask is what kind of women are you approaching? Who are you approaching? You keep bragging and talking about, not bragging, but you keep talking about single moms and you say single moms this, single moms that. I don't know why you don't just go and date someone who don't have kids. I don't get it, but let's go ahead.
Get with that. No, man. That's
Okay.
fine. Shouts out to the cousins though. Shouts out to the cousins.
Allie and Mama said, I can honestly see why you're single. Everyone has their preferences, but you honestly sound shallow and arrogant. But good luck to you, my guy.
No, I'm not. I'm not shallow. I'm not arrogant. I'm very open to everybody that helps me out. Like I can go through my phone and I know 6 single mothers right now that need financial help every month, and I still help them, even though
You give
I'm
them
not.
money?
Yeah, I'm not having sex with them at all. But at the same time, I know that you need something, so I'm still basically there for them. There's nothing wrong with that.
So 6 women, you are you wait a minute. So there's 6 women who have children who you give money to each month?
I'm gonna pull up. I'm gonna actually pull it up on my phone. Actually, but yeah. So there's women out there. For one woman, I actually know that her husband had passed away and they actually do need help. So One girl is Alexis. Another
Well, wait,
girl
John,
is.
John, don't say their names. Don't say their
No,
names.
no, it's fine. It's fine. But again, I'm not what I'm saying is I'm not a bad person. Like I understand that people need help. Things basically happen, and I'm basically there to help people. So I'm not a bad person at all. If that's what you're
So
basically.
back to these women. Do you date them? Are you dating them?
But sometimes we go out to eat. Sometimes they need a break and different things like
Well,
that.
John, okay, I want to talk about this. I'm going to piggyback on this one. There's a lot going on, John. Abraham said you need to learn to speak the right things over yourself. Okay, I agree with Abraham, and I think this is the moment when you said my wife might cheat on me. Why would you predict that for your life?
So I'm not saying I would. I'm not saying I would predict that. The one thing I'm saying is that one, that's a possibility because one, I've seen it happen beforehand. Also, two, I've met I've met two women that were married and they had they had a husband and stuff like that, but they were you know,
You met two women that were married, so two different women, two separate cases. You gotta, that could be poly, but you don't mean that. You mean two women with two different husbands.
I met two women out there who were married and did not like their relationship at all that they were in with the husband. And
And
they were trying to talk to me. Simple.
okay.
And it happens. And I was like, there's a possibility that if you're not, your wife has a certain perspective of what she basically wants her husband to actually be. So if you're not matching up to what your wife basically is, there's a possibility that she might look for what she's looking for in another man.
No,
That's what I'm
this
trying
is
to say.
true. Listen.
I'm being
Married
honest.
people have affairs every day, so I don't think that that's the disagreement. All of us know what you're saying is factual, but it doesn't happen in every marriage. And I don't even think this is what I will ultimately say. If you feel like a woman is going to cheat on you, don't marry her. Like that's more of the answer than you're preparing for her to marry her, to cheat on you. I would say don't marry the woman that makes you feel like she's going to probably cheat on me.
Again, it's a possibility, something I'm just prepared for, so I don't worry about it.
Okay, well, before I get to this question, let me ask. Okay, I gotta dive deeper.
It's
You
all right.
prepared for it, so you're saying would you say married?
I might not get married, to be honest. I might not get married at all.
Okay, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
I might not get
Uh,
married.
do you want kids?
Possibly, possibly.
Okay, if you have children, would you get married, or you still don't want to get married?
If I have children, I'll get married. Yes.
If you have children, you'll get married.
Yeah.
Okay, we got some more.
Okay.
Chandra said you picked your working. You protected your working affairs, but haven't figured out how to date or be in a relationship. That's the area you need to work on. Balance, learn how to talk less, and separate business from love.
Okay. Okay.
Katrina said, I hope you find someone. Questions. Do you have all your finances in order? And when you are dating, is it on an actual date or more like a finance business meeting? Just curious.
That did happen once. I'm not gonna lie, that did happen once actually. Um, do I have my finances in order? Yes, I have a financial mentor that I sit with. There is also there's a YouTube channel called Living Lasham. It's actually run by Jewish people, and they actually go over there and talk about finances. Like right now, I have this is what I was talking about. It's an investment portfolio list of what you should actually have, and I have to look at where my investments are. So I have about 15 portfolios in there that I have to look at because when you have money on the market, it basically changes. You have to move money around. I have a lot of money in precious metals. So I'm trying to melt all of that this year and basically just put it up there. I'm trying to get my net worth up to 280 this year. If I can do that, I'll be happy.
Now all you had to say was yes. Do you have your finances in order? Yes, I do. Right now I'm at a net worth of $277,000. I'm trying to gain $3,000 more by the end of the year. That's all you had to say was yes. Now you going through, you got a Jewish guy that you found on YouTube. You got this guy. You got a guy on Black that works for BlackRock. You got business meetings where y'all talking about business mentoring and finance and all of them cheating on their wives. You got, I mean,
Coffee Killer said this is the upstanding young man type that many women overlook till they're 30 or 40. Better vetting for a husband should have yielded a woman a man like this type. Good luck on your quest for a wife.
All right, cool. Thank you.
I'm going to disagree with you, Coffee Killer. Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why, John. I'm going to disagree.
Oh, okay.
I, I First of all, I want to say this. I'm not a dating coach. I'm not a dating expert. I'm not a relationship expert. Those are not the things that I put titles to my name. I'm a journalist that began a dating show that took off. I'm Cupid with a K. But with that being said, I've talked to more than like 15,000 single people. We're trying to do the actual numbers. And what I will say, and respectfully so, how you called out Katie, this is where it changed for me. When you told me there are 6 single moms, you are giving them money each month. This was classified, and respectfully so, and I hope you're not offended, as simp behavior. Why are you giving 6 women money each month that are not your woman? Like, I feel like if you are really ready to be a husband, or maybe you're not because
Mm-hmm.
you don't want to get married, there's no way 6 random women should be able to call you to get money every month for their
So,
bills and they have children. This is
okay,
what we
so
would define as simp behavior.
all right. One with that, one, I understand that. Two of the women are actually women at the church. So that's one of the things there. One, as people in the church, we back them up. For me, I grew up in a Baptist church up here in New Jersey right now. For those who know Brother Stories, it changed to Brother Quick. Those are two single mothers who would actually go into our church. One woman was essayed. So that happened with her. I help her out with that. She's going through a lot. She's in therapy. But I just help them with the food. Sometimes we go out to dinner, we do different things, but a lot of them just need an extra hand. Now, I have no problem helping somebody out, but at the end of the day, they're still getting their lives together again. But for me, it's good to basically help them out and actually
So
be
what's the
around them
other
there.
3 examples? Okay, I get that. What's the other 3 examples? You said there were 6 women that you
Mhm.
give money to every month.
Something's Things are going on with their baby daddy, but at the end of the day, I'm not worried at all.
Listen, I want to say this. I think I'm a giver. So and
Mhm.
you should always give. Do you also give to the single dads in the church that need helping hands?
I don't know any single dads in my church at all because most of us have our shit together. That's the difference. Like if you're a dad or you're a man, you practically have your stuff together right now.
so no man at all in this New Jersey area that goes to this church or anywhere near him is struggling. Who is a single father? You're telling me there's no single fathers nearby that are struggling. I call BS on that. I'm thinking he gets off on helping the, you know, like a sympathy thing, like, oh well, let me go and help them so that they kind of depend on me, so that they kind of need me, in that regard. You say, hey, we go out to eat, which if they're asking you for money, you're paying for it. So you're going out on these dinner dates and you getting no poon poon, you getting nothing, or you're not asking for any, or they're just like, well, he's helping me out, but I don't want. Mm-mm. You know what I mean? I don't know. This something about this doesn't seem right. It doesn't. It ain't something about this ain't right. Okay. And then he's just, oh well, all the women, all the single moms, they're all struggling, so I gotta help them. No, you don't. Well, 2 of them are in the church. So don't the church get those tithes? Don't they get the little tithes? Isn't that supposed to be helping out the community anyways? Why do you specifically have to do it? And there's no single dads anywhere to be found. Okay.
So we're fine. We're the ones basically helping people out.
Okay. Okay. What do you want? I'm just curious Because in the beginning, I was trying to figure out: do you want somebody? Do you not want somebody? What
Yeah.
is your okay? So, what is your ideal relationship? Because maybe I got to understand that to understand you better.
So my requirements on that are real simple. A girl who's fit.
No, no, no.
So,
Dynamic. Do you want exclusivity? Do you want open relationship? Do you want poly? Do you not want to be in a relationship? And
oh
it's title
no,
like
just me and her. Just me and her. That's it.
so. You're gonna have to cut those other six women off at some point in time if you want just one person.
That's fine. I have no problem with that at all. I've
So
done a
let
lot
me
of
ask you this: are these six women? Are any of them an option for a long-term relationship?
possibly, but I'll probably have to do some work with them right now.
So you don't want them.
Not like that. Like it doesn't always you can have a female as a friend. It doesn't always have to be about sex.
Now, let me finish my question.
You see, so then he tried to play that, which I agree. You can have females as friends and vice versa, okay? And then he's like, well, you see, it doesn't always have to be about sex, but you just giving out money.
Because I got
I'm
some more.
no, I'm being honest. I'm being honest. You
No,
can have
I agree. I agree with that. I agree with that. I have guy friends who are legitimate friends, um, but they don't give me money like that. I mean, we go out to eat, they gonna look out because that's what men do. But they ain't hitting me off with cash every first of the month.
they probably don't have money. I mean, that's real different.
Everybody, they have money.
All right, simple.
They do very.
If she just said that we go out to dinner or, they're just regular friends, nothing funky, nothing frisky, nothing. It's just male and female, we're friends. And she said because they are men that they do go and pay for the meals anytime we go out. But they ain't just giving me money, every week. And then you're saying, oh, it's because they probably don't have money like how I got money. Or maybe they're probably just not giving you money because why am I just giving you money? What are we talking about here? What are we talking about? I don't care if I won the lottery. I'm not just giving you a reoccurring weekly check. I mean, what am I giving you money for? Just constantly. I'm just giving you money? For what? You know,
Very well. This is the circle of prosperity in this world over here. I guess what I'm saying is there's good guy, I think is someone you help them out. I think that's amazing. So I don't want to lose thought of that. But
Okay.
the way you presented it, it was like the first of the month, six different women you send money to. That's the way it sounds to me. Is that not accurate?
So I see what you're saying right there. For me, I basically just help them out. There's nothing about that there. If I wanted to cut them off, I basically can. I'm just helping them get their life together. I helped three of them with the resume already. And now they got jobs. Now they're actually getting better. So if I got a girl, I can go ahead and cut them off right now. Real simple. I can block them. That's easy.
Um, okay, I'm not sure where we left off yet at. Does the woman gotta make a does she gotta make a certain amount of money?
Nope, that's fine. I can pay the bills.
Okay, woo. Let's do the Kendra Cam. The Kendra
Isn't,
Cam is when you stand up, John.
isn't that for women though? Men got to do that too.
Everyone has to do that.
All right.
Isn't that for women though? What are you talking about?
I'm type
You
tall.
think women don't gotta see the men?
I mean, you can. That's fine. I'm type tall though.
How long have you been watching this show?
I've been watching a while.
Then you know that men have to do it too.
You right.
Child, stop playing with my goddamn time.
Nobody playing with you. Well, you want to see how tall I am, or you want me to move the
John,
camera?
do the damn Kendra Cam. Back your ass up so we can see the full body. Your ass was in queue for like 45 minutes. You
No,
done
there's a
seen the
wall.
Kendra Cam with like three other people already.
There's a wall. There's a wall right
Well,
here.
figure it
So
out. You already know how this goes. Why you acting like you were so smart 2 seconds ago? Now all of a sudden you don't know what a Kendra Cam is, and your ass been sitting here and watching the show. I
that's
know
wrong.
I ain't the
That's
Christian
wrong.
women at your church. I'm a
That's
cuss.
wrong. Whoa. Okay. Okay. All right. All right.
What John, you have to do the Kendra Cam, and we have to end the interview.
I just did.
No, we never saw you. We have to see your full body.
Okay. This is a webcam that I basically have right now. So I'll go. I'll move the camera all the way over here. Is attached. You
Take
can
your
see me?
headphones. You can take your headphones off. It's okay. And then and move back so we can see your full legs. All we see is the top. We have to be able to see your legs. You just no, you got to move it back a little bit, John, sir. No, John, that wasn't sufficient enough, sir.
Ooh, ooh. You see it? That's good.
We can't see your legs, but you know what? I'm gonna let it rock. I'm gonna let it rock.
So he moved the camera to what we would see here. Let me not have Kendra looking crazy. Okay. Oh, cause we gotta replay this. We gotta play this back. We gotta run it back, boo. They're about to start the Kendra cam. All right, so you're gonna see him pan the camera over to the left. You're gonna see it looked like there was some speed stick up there, some vitamins, some lotion. This looks like he's not. This is his mama's house. He said his father passed away, and I'm thinking he's living in a basement because you're looking at the wall. Look at okay. This is. I ain't got that popcorn ceiling. The same kind of ceiling is the same kind of stuff that's on my wall. Okay. He has wood panels on his wall. I've only ever seen wood panels in these old. Now, granted, it could be just be an old house, but this isn't giving check notes $277,000 a year to me. That's not. This isn't giving that to me. And I get it, people's taste could be different. But then when he panned it over to the left, which he didn't really want to do, right? Because he was so like, oh, well, let me kind of move it. You pan it over to the left, and I'm seeing it's unorganized, okay? Because you're coming off as this extra organized guy with stocks all on the screen, long-term bonds, treasury bonds, corporate bonds, emergency market bonds, public equity investment, whatever. Then some other stuff on this side over here. Then you got stocks, you got commodities, gold and silver currency. I mean, this is like nothing. Okay. Okay. I mean, these are just keywords you look up. Okay. What's some good marketing terms and real estate terms? And then you put it up on a freaking whiteboard and cut in half that you use some scotch tape for. I mean, there's really nothing up here that, you know what I mean? There's really nothing up here. And then you got spreadsheets and all this other stuff. Okay. But sure. Then you pan it over, and it appeared that there was quite a bit of clutter. It looked kind of junky over there. What's your name? John. So this isn't giving $277,000 a year, okay, or just overall net worth. This isn't giving that for me. It looked kind of junky, and I don't know if that was your bed that was over there because it looked like I saw a pillow, and I don't know if it was like one of those kind of like how you got one of those dressers, then you got the bed that's right under. That's what that was giving. Now, I could be wrong, but this doesn't look, you know what I mean? It doesn't look that valuable. You know what I mean? This doesn't look, I don't want to use the term valuable, but it doesn't look that organized. This isn't coming off as someone who got all this money that you claim that you got. So much money you could just go and give to 6 women who you ain't fudging. Okay. And then you pan it over to the other side. You got a little, this, hey, people can eat whatever they want, but you got a little box of what looks like Buffalo Wild Wings or some Wingstop over there too. And then you got a green screen that appeared with boxes and junk. And you tried so hard. You said, oh, what? I got to do the Kendra cam. I thought it was only for women. You knew dang well that men and women be doing it. Okay, so I don't know where you got this. Oh, it's only for women. There's not that many men that get on the show, but other men that get on the show, they do it too. Okay, so I'm over here looking at you and what it is that you got going on in the back, and you just want to make sure that camera was just right so that you don't see all the extra BS because this looks like your mama's basement to me. And then for you to go and say, I want someone who is check notes, fit, fun, friendly, and cooperative. And when you get criticism, you ain't really liking it like that. Friendly, yeah, you get a little hee hee ha ha, but some facial expressions looking kind of annoyed. Okay. Fun, I'm not really seeing any real personality here, besides you wanting sympathy and fit your stomach bigger than mine. So I guess I'm a little confused as to what it is that we're talking about. And you're wearing this just chilling in the house. And I get it, it's a dating show, but I don't know. Okay. The way that he even just has it set up versus what I've seen like with some of these other men who do come on here with suits on, yours is even giving what theirs gives. You know what I mean? But let's go ahead and look at this part one more time.
Isn't that for women though? Men got to do that too.
Everyone has to do that.
All right.
Isn't that for women though? What are you talking about?
I'm type tall.
You think women don't got to see the men?
I mean, you can. That's fine. I'm type tall though.
How long have you been watching this show?
I've been watching a while.
Then you know that men have to do it too.
You're right.
Child, stop playing with my goddamn time.
Nobody playing with you. Well, you want to see how tall I am, or you want me to move the camera?
John, do the damn cam. Back your ass up so we can see the full body. Your ass was in queue for like 45 minutes. You
No,
done
there's a
seen
wall.
the Kendra cam with like 3 other people already.
There's a wall. There's a wall right
Well,
here.
figure
So
it out. You already know how this goes. Why you acting like you were so smart 2 seconds ago? Now all of a sudden you don't know what a Kendra cam is, and your ass been sitting here and watching the show. I
that's
know
wrong.
I ain't the
That's
Christian
wrong.
women at your church. I'm a
That's
cuss.
wrong. Whoa. Okay. Okay. All right. All right.
What's it, John? You have to do the Kendra camera. We have to end the interview.
I just did.
No, we never saw you. We have to see your full body.
Okay. This is a webcam that I basically have right now. So I'll go. I'll move the camera all the way over here. Is attached. You
Take
can
your
see me?
headphones. You can take your headphones off. It's okay. And then and move back so we can see your full legs. All we see is the top. We have to be able to see your legs. You just no, you got to move it back a little bit, John, sir. No, John, that wasn't sufficient enough, sir.
Ooh. Ooh. You see it? That's good.
We can't see your legs, but you know what? I'm gonna let it rock. I'm gonna let it rock. When was your? Oh, I'm gonna get your headphones back. When was your last relationship, John?
Mm, about maybe 6 years ago or so.
You don't have to answer, but I'm gonna ask. When's the last time you was intimate with someone?
3 months ago. It was a
Okay.
while.
I was praying you didn't say 6 years ago.
Oh no, no, I ain't that ugly.
I never said you were ugly, sir. What are 3 flaws you have to work on, John?
For me, one, financing right now. I have to finish up this course. I have some of the courses from Erica Williams. So there's the tax lien course, middleman's course. I have to get that done. I have to get the domain set. So there's about 300 domains I'm working on with this Indian guy to turn into websites. So that'll make us a nice 50K a month. So I'll be working on that for the rest of this year. So yeah, it's mostly just money. That's basically it.
That's what you have to work on? So the question really kind of alludes to dating. There's nothing in dating that you
For me, when it comes to dating right now, for me, I'm just hitting the gym, which is the one thing. So I'm at LA Fitness over here, which
over
is there
where?
right now. So
It's right. It's,
in New Jersey,
oh, I'm in New York. I can't see it.
in New
But
Jersey right now, LA Fitness over
okay.
here. There's a personal trainer that I'm getting to basically get my abs back because I had abs when I was a firefighter, but I lost them after a couple years. So I want to get my abs back, which is one thing, and just
You
tone
lost them like
everything down.
you lost them like Katie lost her abs. You was talking a lot of shit about Katie
Ooh.
earlier and said Katie, I don't know what happened to Katie, but you ain't got no
There's a
abs either.
there's a difference between abs and kids. There's a big difference between abs and kids. I can go to the gym, pay that trainer to go ahead and help me get abs over there. You can't get rid of your kids.
Do you have a no kid policy in dating?
No, I have no problem. I have no problem with kids at all. I dated single mothers beforehand. I have no problem with that at all.
Okay. Why would a woman be lucky to be with you, John?
One, we'll go ahead and travel. I'll go ahead and pay all the bills. If she wants to go ahead and buy handbags, flowers, all of that, I have no problem with it at all. Real simple.
Mm. I'm not sure if you answered this question because you said you're prepared if your wife cheats on you. Are you going to get a divorce if that happens?
Yes. Yeah, I will be doing that.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Good answer.
Yeah, because if I'm the one paying 90% of the bill there, and then you end up cheating on me, yeah, I'm gonna get rid of her. She going through a window. It's fine.
Wait, did he say that he's gonna get rid of her and she's going through a window? Um, Katie, Alexis, and the other five women that he was talking about giving money to, please stop taking said money and run. Okay? Because he just said she's going through a window. Now, the saying is you going through the door, you going out the door. Okay? You would go out the door, which would be you walk. Going out the window, no one walking out a window. That means I'm throwing you out, probably beat you right before. Let me finish this, and I got my comments.
What's the age range you want to date, John? You're 36.
I'd say 30 to 40 is fine.
Okay. Child, they still got questions for you.
It's fine.
Uh,
What's the questions?
let's see. Denny A said you have a narrow view of women. You watch too much red pill content and demand someone being fit when you are not fit. You have lots to work on before you worry about getting a girl because it's not attractive.
So I don't have a narrow view of women at all. I think highly of women. I have no negatives towards that at all. I basically did talk about it though. But again, the reason why I basically said fit is because again, I'm going to be going to the gym. If you're my girl, I'm going to be paying the gym membership for both of us. And if you decide to get a personal trainer, I'll be paying for that too. So we'll both be fit. There's a relationship. It's two people working on it.
Okay. Jet Ski Poppy said, John, a lady at my church needs help. Her cash app is don't hate the player, hate the game.
Is that a real cash app?
I'm not sure. John.
Tell them I'll send some money. If the cousins need money, I got them. I'll put that in later. I'll put that in later tonight. Mm-mm-mm.
John,
Yeah,
don't do no dumb shit like that. Don't do no
I
dumb
was
shit like
joking.
that because
That was joke.
he is
I was
joking.
joking.
He
I'm
about to send a
no.
Negro money because he
That
just
was a joke.
no
That was a
wasn't.
joke.
It don't seem like it was a joke. You ain't laugh.
I was just looking at my phone. That was it. I was just looking at the phone. That's all.
John, do me a favor. Don't send nobody no money from this show tonight, okay?
I'm not.
Okay, because they're gonna ask you. They're gonna ask you. So
And we
don't.
said, well, wait. Aren't we supposed to help the cousins out though?
No, because these Negroes is just trying to get over on your ass. I'm gonna give you the game. I don't know what kind of friends you have, but let me be the friend that you need. No, my cousins, not all my cousins, they gonna take advantage. They gonna see they like, ooh, John giving out money to single mamas. John, my mama in the hospital. We need to get her surgery. John, my granddaddy just died. We need to get him a grave. John, my wig fell off and now I can't go to work.
Damn.
Don't you get nobody no damn money. They gonna ask for you. I'm telling you, I don't care what I don't care if they send you a picture and they're on their deathbed. Do not send anybody any money, John.
Got you. Got you.
I can't. John, are you on the Kendra G Singles dating app?
I am. Really, we just having a conversation. I am on the app.
I know. I want to pull it up. John, here,
Okay.
listen, I'm warning you. Don't you send nobody no money.
I'm not. I'm not. It was just a joke.
Uh-uh. Okay. What's your name on the app?
Let me pull it up. It should be Dr. B. I have it here.
Mm-mm.
Are you upset?
I'm not upset. I don't want you to get taken advantage of because my
I'm not.
cousins
It was just,
My
that
cousins
was,
is ruthless. They out here, they gonna run circles around your ass. They gonna run circles around you. Circles. It's going to be easy. So I'm trying to prepare you in advance because I already feel like the women that you're giving money to taking advantage of you, but that's for you to figure out, I guess.
Gotcha.
So what's
So
your
it's
name
just
on
doc.
the app, sir?
It should be Doctor B. It's, I
Doctor.
have it right
Is it
here.
the word doctor or
Yes, DRB.
oh Doctor B?
Yeah.
Ooh, child. Here he is, Doctor B on the Kendra G.
Okay, Pediatrics LLC. Pediatrics LLC, Lucky Cute Bags LLC. What is this? Y'all, let me go and write this down because I'm a little confused. What is that? What's a Pediatrics LLC? And then Lucky Cute Bags LLC? And then it says NJ, so New Jersey. Okay, if you have kids, but don't get rude or I leave. New Jersey and New York. Okay.
G singles
And
dating
he's a
app,
doctor? That image
Doctor
is from a
B.
long time ago.
Okay, ladies, here he is, Doctor B. They can send you a message. Listen, you can shoot your shot, and you will push this before you match. You can send a message. I'm gonna say, "Hey, John." You can send a text message before you match. You can send a voice. Let me send you a voice. Hey, John, it's Kendra. Don't you send nobody no damn money. I don't care
Oh my
what she says.
God.
Don't send her ass no money.
Oh my goodness.
Let me make sure. Push play. Hey, John, it's Kendra. Don't you send nobody no damn money. I don't care what she says. Don't send her ass
Oh
no
my
money.
gosh.
All right, here we go.
All right.
Dr. B is his name on the Kendra G singles dating app. Dr. B. Dr. B. Why would a mummy? Why would a mummy? Did I ask you why would a woman be lucky to be with you?
Yeah, you did.
Okay, John, we're gonna go. Be safe out here in
I'm
these.
good. I'm good. I'm chilling. I'm fine right now. I'm about to buy two homes later on coming up in November, so I'm great.
I know you got the finances, John. We know this. I'm just hoping that somebody doesn't take advantage of you because of it.
Nobody is. Nobody is. Nobody is. Trust me.
Well,
I'm good.
six women already they already got those spots.
That's me just helping people out at the church right now, but at any point in time, I can go ahead and drop them, so I'm not worried about that.
Okay, well, listen, John, you keep me posted.
All right, no problem.
All right, bye.
So we got a little bit to unpack here. Um this was crazy. Okay? This dude this is some not right. Okay? So he used to work at Verizon 9 years ago doing call center stuff. He used to also be a firefighter. He's now currently a registered portfolio management guy. He was or is a sub for a roofing company. He has a LLC in pediatrics or pediatrics LLC. And then he's also a substitute teacher. If you got all this money, you wouldn't be doing substitute teaching. Let's keep that real. You're 36 years old from New Jersey, no kids, no marriage. You want a fit, fun, friendly, cooperative person, and you're none of those things. You used to work as a suicide counselor for military veterans. You worked for volunteer work, NAACP. You were taking people to court. You said you're so aggressive. You started talking about this lady named Katie from high school that you had a crush on, that she didn't want you, probably because you were a weirdo like how you are now. And you were over here talking about how now she's fat, she got 3 kids, oh, and look at me, yada yada yada. And then you say you want someone who's fit, but then you're also not fit right now. So if you got a skinny chick who, let's say, is 5'4", 130 pounds, I'm supposed to now just get with the fat dude, even though I could get with the slimmer dude. But because you are working on it, now she should take you because you're trying to work on slimming down, even though you haven't actually accomplished that, but you accomplished everything else. You got a button up shirt with no tie on, you buttoned it all the way up, and it looks a little crazy if I'm just being honest with it. You're talking about everybody else but yourself in that regard. You're talking about helping elderly people with everything. You're saying you don't want women to just get the cats and the wine because you need to get with someone like me. You're also saying that you're working with the slimy BlackRock company executive employee over there, and you're saying that if you do get married, that you want to hide all your money from your wife as much as you can anyways, and all the investments, because you don't trust her. You currently say that your net worth is $277,000 and you want to make it up to 280,000, which is really not much at all. But somehow, some way, you are going to be working with this Indian guy so you can make $50,000 per month. And then now you were also saying that you have two homes that you are going to be purchasing by what, January is what he said. So that you're working on your finances when you are asked what is it that you would like to work on, and that's what it is that you claim that you need to work on. You don't need to work for anything. You don't need to work on anything else. And you also say that you're giving 6 women money and you're not asking for any schmecks out here. Oh yeah, and you were a part-time firefighter. You wear glasses and you're a geek. You were a usher for a First Baptist church and you're such a good guy as well. Yet you've been talking mess about all these women and making it seem like you were all this as well. I say this, single women, single mothers, please do not approach this man. If you see him on the app, just ignore it. If he sends you a champagne, take it back. Because this kind of guy, my main thing is this, and even on his profile, he says, I date single women, just don't be rude or I'm going to leave. Why would you say that? I don't get, why would you have to say, don't be rude or I'm gonna leave. I date single women. Why are you so adamant? Clearly you don't like them. And then Kendra said, well, do you like, oh, well, I don't mind single women. Are you sure? Because the way you were talking about, it's like people who say, I don't have kids and I don't like kids. And then you're saying, well, I mean, that's negotiable. I mean, I like you, so can we get together? No, if the person doesn't like kids and you have kids, why would you get with someone who doesn't like kids? That doesn't make any sense, because they're more than likely to mistreat your children. So that's not a smart move anyways. This guy clearly, he claimed, what his words are saying one thing. But just because you're giving some money to some women that you're hoping to get some boom boom from doesn't mean that you're such a good guy. And then you're over here going and saying that, oh, well, I'm going and helping out single mothers and I don't mind being with a single mom. I've been with so many of them and other relationships that worked out. These single moms, they got all these issues. And why would you be with one? If they're so terrible of people, clearly, because none of them have ever worked out for you. Why are you with one? And who's the one 3 months ago that you had schmacks with? I can bet you it's probably one of those 6 women that he's giving money to. And how much money are you giving to these women? Then you say, oh, I could just drop them and it's fine. If I get a woman, I could just drop. You gonna drop a church woman who got essayed or a church woman whose husband passed away? I find this hard to believe. I feel like the guy's a liar. I feel like he's putting up this facade, trying to just he's saying things that he knows that a lot of people want to hear. But this isn't who he genuinely is. Because honestly, for me, I would not turn my head and look at him. And I'm not saying in terms of looks, because he's not a bad looking guy. That one photo, okay, he was about 70 pounds lighter, but he's not a bad looking guy. But my issue is this. It's just with every single thing. You're saying you're making so much money. Then I'm looking in your environment and your living conditions. They don't look that great to me. For this guy that's supposed to be, it doesn't look that great. So that was also that. Your area doesn't look that clean to me. The lighting is not that good either up in there. You claim making all this money. You got this. Oh, I could go and buy this. I can go and buy that. I could get her this. I could get her that. You're bragging about all this money you got. Yet you're so secretive about anyone seeing any inch of where you're at. Besides this little half poster board that says bonds private equity and all this other garbage on there. Okay. I I mean, you're not, nothing you said made me be like, okay. Nothing he said made me be like, okay, this is a quality dude that I would want to talk to. Nothing he said. But y'all, let me know what y'all think down below. This video is way too long. I'm gonna try to edit it down. This is at an hour and 26 minutes. I'm gonna try to edit it down as much as I can. But let me know what y'all think down below.